Right now, the future of VMXDN is unclear, but today, all will be revealed. Since its inception in 2009, VMXDN has grown to become one of the biggest and most beloved events in the two-stroke motocross world. It's a can't-miss weekend for many of us, a true pilgrimage for vintage motocross fans the world over that has attracted some absolute legends of the past to dust off their old racing boots. Originally the event called Farleigh Castle home, but since 2022 the iconic Foxhill has played host and the event has grown to become bigger and better than ever before. VMXDN is now a staple of the summer motocross calendar and it's created some seriously iconic moments that will live with us forever. But as we head into the 5th year of the new look event, due to unforeseen circumstances, the future of the VMXDN event is unclear. Luckily for us though, I've got a couple of special guests joining me here in the studio today to fill us in on what the plan is for our favourite two-stroke motocross event. So I have the honour of having Mr. Doc Wobbs and Mr. Dave King in the studio today, and they're going to reveal what's happening, what the plans are for VMXDN 2026. So, gentlemen, you know what's going on. Let us know. Let the people know.
Yeah. So after 4 fantastic years at Foxhills, we are going to move to
Hawkstone Park.
Hawkstone Park. So,
Yeah, can't wait.
I guess there's going to be a load of questions.
I'm sure.
Why Hawkstone? Why moving? Just give us some background.
Yeah, so we've had 4 brilliant years at Foxhills. Obviously before that we had 12 odd great years at Farleigh Castle. We just think it's the right time to move to a different venue, give it a different feel. You get different riders, different vibe, but you know, we might only be away for a year. We might come back to Foxhills the year after. Who knows? We love Foxhills, we love Farleigh, but I'm hoping everybody's going to love Hawkstone as well. Hawkstone's a bit of a new one for me,
Yeah.
Because you know I live on the south coast and my little bubble is down south. I don't deny that, and to get to Hawkstone for me is like 5-6 hours, so I never went.
Yeah. So
I've only ever been there twice in my life.
This question for both of you, then you'll have different answers. What would you've been there a lot of times? You're saying it's fairly new for you. What's the appeal for Hawkstone for each of you?
For me, obviously having visited it very recently, I was staggered. I did not expect it to be what it is. It's like a beautiful camping site. It's just stunning. Full-time toilets. It's just beautifully. I've seen it in the depths of winter, and it still looks stunning there. It just looks a fabulous, fabulous venue.
I mean, Hawkstone, you could go there this Saturday and race it, no question. And that the track prep would be like an hour driving around with the tractor, because it's like, but you know, I've been there, and you know, the place has got history back to the 50s.
1957, actually, first.
Oh, there you go, 50s. I was like,
yeah.
And then you know, some of the races for Thorpe and somewhere else. Hawkstone has got so much history, and to see the venue when it's got permanent, like I say, Dave said, permanent toilets, permanent medical centre. The roads in are all paved. The paddock's all paved. There's floodlights on switch. There's a permanent building there with like the
medical centres
on one side. Then you've got the media centre, the office. Upstairs is the permanent commentary booth with all the speakers around the venue. You're not going to rent any of that stuff. This place is ready to go.
Yeah.
This is like a package. It's good.
So as a venue for an event, it's awesome. But what do you think it will do for the racing side of things?
It's going to be much more weather friendly. It'll take a lot. I mean, the guys who were like the club, the Salop Club, know how to work that track.
Yeah.
And they've got massive backing with Ashbrook Plant Hire, so they've got all the machines in the world there.
Yeah, and there's a clue in the name, Hawkstone Park. It's like a parkland setting. It's all wooded. It's very atmospheric, and I can just imagine. I've seen the pictures with huge crowds there from their They held 30 GPs there from back in their GP days, and if we can get a fraction of that, or even the Hawkstone Club run the early season international, which has been a huge success over the last 20 years. So if we can just get a fraction of those people, those new people, to come to the VMXDN, I think we're onto a winner.
Yeah, hear those two strokes singing through the woods.
Exactly, especially up that hill.
Yeah. And the club have already spoken to the gun club locally for extra parking. They've already spoken to the farmer to make sure the fields that we need to use are going to be available, so it's all in place.
Foxhill, to be fair, attracted some riders that always wanted to race that track. I think Hawkstone would do the same, right? Some Dutch guys, some sand lovers will be keen for it.
Bless him, he said to me, I tried to get him to Foxhill. No, I don't want to go there. He said, you ever ride at Hawkstone, I'll be there. He said, because I can win around there without trying.
Mark,
there you go.
Yeah.
You've been called out, Mark.
Yeah, and I spoke to Chris Borsell at the weekend and mentioned that there's potential to go there. And he said, I love that place. I can't remember, he didn't ride a GP there. He must have rode the early season international.
Yeah, must have done, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a rider and a fan favourite.
A big change for the event, obviously moving venues, but the rest of the weekend is going to look the same, kind of Thursday, Friday.
Exactly the same format, open Thursday lunchtime, the bar, the marquee. We've heard a lot of chatter, you're not allowed to have a bar at Hawkstone. Honestly, the club could not have done more for us. They want to work with us, and I've seen they've actually been to the VMXDN before, so they know what we're all about, and they know that our entertainment and the beer tent is a big part of the weekend. So to have them on board with all that, it's brilliant.
For me, we've got one event in the southwest with Farleigh, and to have another event more central to the country, I think will draw a lot of people. There's not that many people from Cumbria who want to go down to Foxhills. It's a long drive. Well, we've got somebody a bit more central. I know it's a long way from the East Coast, but there's only 3 iconic tracks in the UK.
Yeah.
For me.
I think for
iconic
everybody.
GP tracks,
I think for everybody.
There's other tracks that have had Grand Prix, but there's only 3 big names.
Yeah.
And if we can go to all of them, then we've done all right.
Yeah, absolutely. The 3 tracks that you will have been to are the ones with the iconic moments, right?
With all the history.
With all the history. And I think Foxhill, VMXDN Foxhill has added more iconic moments to the lore and history of that venue.
Exactly. Like Farleigh, everybody associates Farleigh with Thorpe's crash in 85, Hawkstone with Jobey doing the jump in
the leap.
86, was it? Or 84?
So, yeah.
86. Foxhills for like the Wet Nations, but it was still a fabulous event in 98.
Yeah.
So we've all got our memories of those different venues.
Yeah, and let's get Ando doing some sort of leap at Hawkstone next year on a 500.
Well, they did say that they're going to redo the bomb hole, so it is literally like a drop in. So they're going to recreate that a lot more. We've got the hill, so before you ask, so weather permitting, unless it's absolute storm, we've got the hill.
Yeah.
So.
Which fingers crossed it won't be in
August.
What's the
it's
date?
The very
August,
last weekend, isn't it?
In August, 29th and 30th. But we will definitely be capping numbers there for camping. So we will not be taking, as soon as we've hit our allotted number, that's it, there will be no more.
We've got the entry system available. We haven't got the date yet, but it's going to be very soon. Same for ticket sales. That'll be available within the next couple of weeks. So just keep your eye on social media.
Yeah, and classes are going to be the same.
Maybe tweak them just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Is that like ages of bikes or?
Probably. Yeah, it'll be possibly more focused around the 125 groups that we're going to.
I want a 125 Ultra Evo. I reckon
Ultra Evo is
up to 08.
Up to
I reckon there's a lot of 125 Suzukis and Kawasaki's and Hondas and Yams kicking around that are cheap enough to buy, and who don't want to see all those go at it. Yeah. I do.
It's probably a bit early to ask this. It's November, but and even if you do have an answer, you might be keeping it close to your chest, but riders, have you got any good big plans for riders?
100%. I never stop. So as I said to you, I spoke to Christophe Pourcel the weekend, and I'm fingers crossed that Christophe will be back. Trying to get his brother, but his brother's not so keen really on riding anymore. And in the last day, I've spoken to an American guy who used to race number 14, and we're fingers crossed we're going to put something together with him, because he would be a great one to get.
Yes, please.
For me personally,
yeah,
God,
me too.
He was God.
That
so it would be
legendary.
We've got sponsor in place already. So
Yeah, so the range very graciously said, look, wherever you go, we're behind you. So they're coming back with us. And I'm hoping, we haven't spoken to any of our other sponsors yet. But
it's so early, but we're going to get on with it next week. And we'll get to all the sponsors. But it's not a regional event, it's a national event.
I mean, normally we get 50 to 60 Dutch riders. So all of a sudden, Foxhills was quite difficult. Those guys have been brought up in sand. Bring them to Hawkstone Park, it could be a different story.
Podiums could be quite different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll get to work on the international teams. All that's going to be all the same.
Show and shine on the Friday.
Yeah,
everything will be exactly the same. So if you've got a bike, even if you're not riding, bring it along and put it in the show and shine. Be part of the show.
But like I say, Foxhills has been great. We've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed working with the language guys.
So it's not out the realms of possibility of going back there.
Definitely not.
In the future.
I'd love to. It's just, we've done 4 years. Change is as good as the rest.
Yeah.
Let's go to another iconic track. We'll go there, and then let the guys at Farleigh, at Foxhill, do what they're talking. We all know about the rumours whether they're getting a Grand Prix or not. That's nothing to do with us. If it goes on, I'll be there.
Yeah, it'd
100%.
be awesome.
It'd be great. I think it's admirable that they want to put a British GP on, because I think there's not a lot of people who would, and good for them.
But VMXDN getting a shake-up for 2026, and it should be as exciting as ever, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think it'd be some good racing.
We'll put information in the description down below for the website, and everything will be on your social medias, won't it?
Yeah.
You will not miss it. If there's an announcement, you're on social media, you'll see it.
That's one thing these guys are good at. It's social media and letting the people know what's happening.
Yeah, everybody can get sorted early, can't they? You've got nearly a year's notice of what's happening.
The date's out there, so if you've got to book your holidays,
book it round
all the time.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that 100%. That's the date, and that's the venue. That's the date. That's what we're doing.
Or if you want to book a hotel, book it quickly before the algorithms work out there's something going on that weekend round there.
We've got a date. We've got a venue. We've got potentially some riders. So get it in your diaries.
Are you coming?
We'll be there. Absolutely.
Okay.
I've said this every year. We'll never miss VMXDN.
Thanks for letting us
see you there.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for breaking the news with us.
Thanks, Max.
That's awesome.
No worries.